How many of you have experienced fear and anxiety sometime in your life? How many know friends and family that experience fear and anxiety? I have found that these two emotions are probably the most universally felt emotions of anybody anywhere around the planet. It doesn't matter what culture you're in, people are feeling fear and anxiety. And the way that our American society tells us to deal with this is to take drugs, cigarettes, alcohol, prescription medications. That is their solution for managing fear and anxiety. But I've been on a lifelong journey trying to find the cure for fear and anxiety. I'm going to share what I've learned with you today, because there's no reason why people have to spend a lifetime on prescription medications. Anxiety and fear are very interchangeable. They have a lot of similarities. I kind of define them. Fear is more of a real intense feeling that you feel. Anxiety is kind of that uneasy feeling that you feel. It's kind of always there in the background of whatever it is that you're doing. It's more of a worrying, constant worrying all the time. What I see is abuse and trauma, huge factor in fear and anxiety. All of us, as we go through life, we experience all kinds of different trauma. Abuse, many people grow up with physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse. And what this does is it sets your brain kind of on high alert. I have to protect myself so I don't get hurt again. Next is change and out of control. How many people love change? Love change in your life? Anybody? Most people don't. We like to live very routine lives. We like to know what to expect, because in that situation we're feeling more calm, more at ease. The last two I have are relationship and people pleasing. Everybody has a desire within them to want to be loved. We want to be accepted. We want to be valued. We want to know that we're important, that we have a purpose in the life, that somebody has noticed us while we've gone through our journey in life. And generally we get those feelings satisfied through our relationships. But what happens with most people is we end up losing our authentic self because we become whatever the other person wants us to become in order to feel loved by them. And in the process, we feel fear and anxiety because we aren't being our true self that God created us to be. Now I want to move into holistic healing and talk a little bit about why I use holistic healing methods as opposed to traditional methods to help people actually heal from fear and anxiety. We are created as spiritual beings, and we live in this physical body. And as a spiritual being, we are made up of energy. Everything is energy. It's vibrating, vibrational frequencies. And when your vibrational frequencies are very low, very dense, you're in a place of a lot of fear and anxiety. When they're high and light, you're in a place of love and joy and peace. And all of us, from our heart space, we exert, our energy field is about 6 to 10 feet radius all the way around us. So when we get in a room with other people, you're reading and feeding off of my energy, and I'm reading and feeding off of your energy. But most of us are not aware of this because it happens on a subconscious level. Our mind is extremely powerful. We have two parts to our mind. We have the conscious part, which is we're aware of everything going on here and now. We're aware we're sitting in this room. We're aware of what we're talking about. We have the subconscious mind. This is a master computer in our brain which records everything that's ever happened to you from the day you were conceived of your mother's womb to the present moment. All your experiences, everything you felt, what people have done to you, it's all stored up there. What people don't realize is that everything that we do on a conscious level is controlled by the subconscious mind. And this is why many of the traditional therapies can only manage your symptoms, because they're only reaching the conscious part of the mind. Energy-based holistic healing treatments reach into the subconscious mind, where we can do the reprogramming and make the long-term permanent changes.
I'm Debbie Allen, and I just had the opportunity to hear a wonderfully gifted speaker. Her name is Joyce Stewart, and she talked about holistic healing. She's talked about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and how tapping and all of these different modalities she has learned can help people go from getting rid of fear and anxiety. She was so brilliant with her presentation, you could hear a pin drop in the room. Every single person in the audience was engaged in every word she said. She's absolutely brilliant in what she knows. She's a gifted speaker. I highly recommend you bring her in to speak and work with her.
Joyce Stewart is just the expert, the go-to person for break-free healing. She just exposed to us this wonderful methodology that she uses for energy healing. She totally had me wrapped in to the whole message and totally wanted me to just learn all about what it is that she offers. And I tell you what, even as she was speaking to us in the room, she gave us nuggets of wisdom to just ignite my excitement for wanting to know more about this energy healing that she has to offer.
As someone who is part of this current generation and this current culture where we medicate, and we medicate in many different ways, I had no idea that this was available. And she has made it so simple for me to understand that I cannot wait to work with her.
And I just listened to Joyce Stewart. She is an amazing healer. Joyce is able to take that pain that we hold in our bodies and be able to transform it into this energy that we can feel lighter, we can feel absolutely free from what's binding us, from what's keeping us stuck. Joyce Stewart is an absolute expert in her field. She is able to take you from your point wherever you are, in the places that you're stuck, in the places that you want to be able to go. She takes you where you are and takes you by the hand and leads you where you want to go. I highly recommend Joyce Stewart.